What's going on, guys? I wanted to make this video to track my journey and to be able to look back one day at this video and see how far I've come. Uh, Today is the 1st of January 2024. It's now the end. It looks bright because of the lights, but it's 10 p.m. Yeah, it's about to be like 10 p.m. right now, so getting ready to go to bed and then be ready to trade tomorrow morning. But I've now been in this industry. This isn't the beginning of my journey. I've been in the industry now for about 5 going on to 6 years. I was introduced back in 2018 through a close friend of mine, and I'm super grateful that I was introduced to this market, but it's definitely been an uphill battle for sure. Looking back, I know I lost count already, but I've blown several of accounts. When I started, there was no such thing as funded accounts, so you really just had to trade with your own capital. And being an 18-year-old just out of high school with a job paying $8 an hour. There's not much money I can put into a trading account. I think the most money I ever put into an account was maybe like $1,000. But I blew that account and several accounts after that. And since the beginning, like every other trader, I've lost a lot. I've learned a lot as well, though, and I feel like I am now in a better position than where I was before, because I've grown a lot. I've been able to educate myself and stay close and learn from other successful people. So I'm super happy and grateful for that. But along the journey, I can't say that I was 100% focused on trading for those 5 years. I want to say there were at least 2 or 3 instances within that 5 year time frame where I took pretty long breaks, to be honest. I wouldn't say I quit on trading, but I definitely put a pause on it for a long time. And it's definitely something that I regret, but it's also something that unfortunately I couldn't really avoid, just because I've always been a hustler, and I've always really been in sales ever since I got out of high school. My first job was a traditional job. I wasn't really working fast food or nothing like that. I was blessed to work at an engineering office, the first job I ever had. But after that, it was really just sales. I was an MLM, like a lot of you probably were as well, and that's where I learned some sales skills. And then after that, I just kind of took off with that. And it's definitely been a journey. I lasted in that MLM for about, what was it, maybe 3 years, I want to say. I was definitely more on the recruiting side than the trading side when I was in that MLM, just because I really can't. I'm not going to put the blame on anyone but myself. But I want to say that obviously recruiting was a lot easier than trading, so I want to say that's probably why I focus more on recruiting than trading. But yeah, like I said, I definitely regret not putting my 100% into the skill, but that's something that I am going to do now moving forward. Currently, my current state, I just quit a commission job that I had. I was working in that company for about a year and a couple months. Basically, I was a sales manager for a real estate company. So there was a department where they negotiated with homeowners on locking up their houses and telling them that we'll buy them, but then we turned around in my department, we basically sold them to end buyers. So some of you may be familiar with the concept of wholesaling, but that's basically what we're doing. We were doing wholesales, we were doing wraps, um, we were getting people loans, like a bunch of stuff, real estate stuff. And it was cool and all. I was last year. I realized 2023 was the first year ever that I was able to live my life and pay for a lot of things just on commission. For that whole year, I was just commission based, and I've never done that before. A lot of the times, I was afraid and kind of um, tried to rely on a 9 to 5 income to sustain my life, but I did well. I did really well, and fortunately, a lot of things happened in that company that it just left a sour taste in my mouth. I got very depressed. It was very frustrating at times. There was a lot of just shady stuff going on that I just didn't agree with, and I had enough. So I stepped down and I walked away. But because that was the first year ever that I was able to live my life solely on commission, that kind of gave me a boost of confidence, knowing that I'm capable of more than I know, right? Because I really would have never thought that I would have been able to, do that. Because first and foremost, I'm an introvert at heart. I really don't like talking to people, but bills got to get paid, and so I made it happen regardless. So that definitely gave me that boost of confidence, knowing that I'm capable of doing so much more. Not only that, I also have learned a lot as the time went on, as it comes to trading. And like I said, I feel like I'm in a really better position than I was before. Um, I recently purchased a course. I want to say it's probably the first course I've ever purchased in these 5 years that I've been in this industry. I never really once purchased a course. Because of that MLM company I was in, I was always surrounded by traders and people that supposedly were making really good money trading, right? Like 6 figures or more. I say supposedly because I personally never saw them really trade, but they were known as a great trader, so I can or can't say that they were a solid trader. Um, so being around them every now and then, they would kind of host, Zoom calls or trainings on what to look for when trading. So they always kind of gave you enough for you to learn a little bit, but not the whole pie for you to really understand the concept of trading, right? So that's why I always felt like, oh, you know what, I kind of understand, but I really didn't understand the whole picture. I just knew a little bit, like support and resistance, right? But I didn't understand, like, oh, market structure, and there's cycles, and there's all these other components that you want to look into before actually placing a trade, right? So I never really once bought a course. So recently I did that. I that was the first investment that I did in myself for this trading career that I want to pursue. It was Lambo Raoul's course, the Day Trading Institution. I paid, I want to say, $1,600 for that. Put it on a credit card, 0%. So I won't be sweating it too much. But yeah, learn that. I personally can confer that that course has a lot of really, really good stuff. I feel like it's definitely sharpened me up a lot more. It really taught me a lot better on how to find really good entries, what are solid entry confirmations, where to take these entries, really set up a plan so that I know not just how to trade, but how to scale my trading. And really just breaking down the mindset, the mindset of a trader, and making us realize that it's possible, and the one thing that really gave me comfort as to why I wanted to purchase his course, because, in this space, there's thousands of people trying to sell you their course. But what really gave me confidence in purchasing his is not only, does he show his live withdrawals and his live trades and all this stuff, and the amount of success that he's been able to accomplish, but he's also Hispanic. And in the space, I feel like he is the biggest Hispanic trader that is very well known, and that I would like to say is a legit trader. So I can relate to that, and so that's why I wanted to learn from him. So bought his course. I finished it. Well, not entirely. There's just a part of basically towards the end of the course where he just has a whole list of pre-recorded trading sessions and Q&As that he did before with his team, or I'm sorry, not his team, but his community. So I just got to go through that. But as far as like the fundamentals and the technicals and all that stuff, I went through all that, and it's really good information. So highly recommend for you to check it out. But yeah, that definitely sharpened me up. So that gave me more confidence on my edge in the markets. But as well, my other strategy right now, as far as trading, is I purchased an EA. I purchased an EA about 3 days ago, I want to say. And basically, it's, as far as I know, it's a similar EA that Raul was promoting, because not only did he come out with his course again, but he recently sold an EA that is doing really well. That is doing really, really well for his community. I've seen a lot of people being able to pass challenges, being able to hit certain profit targets and withdraw certain amounts of money. So that's really exciting. I was able to purchase that EA. I'm just waiting to get it and set up the files on my account. So right now I have a 100K account, and once I get the EA files, I'm gonna purchase a 50K account. The 100K account, my strategy, my game plan, 100K account, I'm gonna trade that by myself. It's still not a funded account. I'm still in phase 1, so I need to get through phase 1 and phase 2. But 100K account, I'm gonna use that, trade myself, and also jump on Raul sessions in case I don't see anything in the markets. I'll take some of his trades. Obviously, I'll use proper risk management, and I will pass that funded challenge and then eventually be funded. But while I'm doing that, once I get these EA files, I also want to have that set up so that as I'm trading on the funded account, the 100K account, I can test this on the 50K account, so I'm not risking the 100K. I can set up the 50K account, set it up, get it running, have it pass the account, and then have it just consistently, give me a little bit of money on that account right now. Because I like I said, I recently quit my job, so I am minimizing my living expenses. I want to say my living expenses on a monthly basis are close to $1,000. So nothing crazy. So that's really all I'm looking for to gain per month from these markets. $1,000 to cover what I need to cover. But then obviously I got bigger goals that I want to accomplish. Now a third source of income that I have right now. So I have the 100K account that I'm going to trade with Raul and myself. I'm going to purchase a 50K account that I'm going to trade with the EA. And thirdly, my other strategy, I am heavily invested right now in crypto. This year, 2024, is another halving cycle for Bitcoin, which I'm super, super excited for. I learned about halving way too late the last bull run, so I didn't really get a chance to invest or to even do any research on it. All I remember was there was this guy, maybe you know him, maybe you don't, but there was this guy, Ivan Paychecks, and he kept yelling. At the time, Bitcoin was worth like $3,000, $5,000. He was like, Bitcoin's at $3,000, buy it. We're never going to see Bitcoin again at these prices. And obviously I believed him, I was like, yeah, like hell yeah, I want to buy a Bitcoin, but I didn't even have $100 to my name at the time, and I also wasn't educated in the crypto space, right? So recently after that, the whole concept of halving and everything, it was really broken down to me. So super excited for that to come. The halving itself should take place April of this year. But we also have some earlier news that are going to be released before the halving that we speculate will have a high bullish outcome. For example, there is an ETF application that everyone is hoping to get approved that should be announced by, I want to say, like beginning of January, I believe next week, possibly. January 10th, if I'm not mistaken, is like the earliest that we can see an answer from the SEC to get that approved. And if that gets approved, or when that gets approved, because there's already been so many people, so many companies actually create commercials for this ETF. A lot of people, a lot of big names have created commercials. A lot of big names have put in applications for this ETF. A lot of big names have also invested a lot of more money into the crypto space before this ETF application gets approved. So that's why everyone speculates that we should get a bullish outcome from this. But yeah, right now, I want to say I have close to 2,500. About like $2,500 invested in crypto. No, I do not hold any Bitcoin, and no, I do not hold any Ethereum. My strategy for crypto in this bull run is investing in the smaller cap coins because that's where I expect to see the bigger returns. Because if you compare Bitcoin to, for example, a smaller coin that I'm invested in, like Kadena, Bitcoin right now is worth around like $45,000 a coin, right? Kadena right now is worth around $1.40 a coin, right? Bitcoin's all-time high was $68,000. So from where it is now to its all-time high, it's not even a 2x. You're not even gonna double your money. You're gonna like you're gonna multiply your money by like 1.5, right? Kadena, on the other hand, its all-time high was around $23, $24. So that's from where I got in. That's like a 20x. So you kind of see the returns, right? So yeah, right now the coins that I hold are Kadena, Cardano, Ripple, Algo. Those, if I'm not mistaken, are mainly just layer 1 coins with pretty cool technology. And then I also hold some gaming coins as well. I hold Sandbox, Gala, Axie, and Super. And then, I forgot ICP, which is also a pretty cool coin that we should expect some big returns on. So what I'm expecting in this bull run is to turn this 2,500 into at least 30,000. And that's if all these coins reach their all-time high. And if they do a 2x from the all-time high, I could maybe see 50. If they do anywhere from a 3 to 4x from their all-time high, possibly 100K from an investment of $2,500. So again, I don't really know exactly what to expect from this cycle, but I have high hopes, a lot of high hopes. But my game plan is not to touch that at all. If I have to pay for bills or something, I'm just gonna get a job. If I run out of money, if I blow these accounts, I really do not want to touch this account. I just want to let it compound and grow, because this is the first time I'm ever gonna be in a bull cycle and really be able to ride it, because a lot of these coins that I just mentioned, I got in at, I wouldn't say the bottom, but very, very close to the bottom. So, excuse me. That's why I'm really excited to see these high returns from these coins. if everything goes according to plan, right? Because there's still a risk to investing in crypto, right? Worst case scenario, it just goes to zero and we don't hear of crypto ever again, right? But highly doubt that. But yeah, still high risk, right? But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. As far as liquid, how much do I hold liquid right now? I want to say maybe like 2,000 is what I hold liquid. So I'm definitely putting myself up against the wall. Um, I am not gonna allow this to affect my mindset because, like I said, if if the EA guy is a scam and I just never get the EA and I lose that investment, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I paid $1,500 for that EA. If I lose that investment, oh well, I still have this 100K account. If I blow this 100K account, all right, now let's definitely start looking for a job. But it's the first day of the year, and I won't even start to think about that until maybe mid January, if not late. So I'll definitely check back in then just to see how things have gone and where we're at. But yeah, guys, this is where I'm at right now, currently in my journey. I'm super excited, regardless of what the future holds. I'm just so excited to be able to not have to worry about that job because that was really something that just held me down for the longest time. It was so depressing, man. Like it was really, really depressing. And I'm just excited now to be able to move forward and focus on my goals. So here behind me, if you want to kind of check it out, it's my little trading setup. Nothing crazy. The other day I learned how to install MetaTrader 5 on my laptop, so that's pretty exciting. I have MT5 here on a Mac. I didn't know how to do that until I just YouTubed, and YouTube always has the answers, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so MT5, Telegram, and then all my chats. And then right behind my Mac, I have my my vision board for 2024. I have up here pictures of the gym, some dumbbells, consistency. That's also something that I'm taking a lot more serious. Right now, I'm about 3 months in to my health journey. I've been consistently going to the gym for 3 months, consistently eating clean. I've lost about, I want to say, 15 pounds, 10 to 15 pounds in 3 months. Right now, the goal is to get rid of all the body fat so I can get these abs, because I've never had abs, and that's one of my goals. Once I get that, we can start bulking on a clean foundation. So that's my goal. And then I have here $1 billion idea, HODL, an AMG, a Range Rover. Right here I have my name on a past FTMO challenge. And then right here I have overall payouts, proudly presented to Nestor Estrada, which is me, of $104,000 from FTMO. I have Cadena, because again, I'm very bullish on that coin. Some Cartier frames. Right now, check this out. I have glasses, and if you can see, there's only one little stick. The other one kind of broke as I was in the gym. So I only really wear these when I'm driving or if I'm at home and like trying to watch a movie or TV or something, but not really to go out. Plus, I'm farsighted, so I can still see you from close, just not from far, right? But my goal, oops, might have broke. No, okay, we're good. I thought I almost broke them again. But my goal, I'm not gonna get another pair of glasses until I can afford those Cartier frames. So that's next on the list for sure. And then we have here a screenshot of MetaTrader of a profit of 20K on a day. That was from one of my boys, just super inspirational. I want to keep that because, got to strive for more. Profit, NASDAQ, NAS 100. That's really all I trade, so that's why I'm focused on that right now. Patience, I have a cross and a heart in the middle of everything because I want to really grow my relationship with God a lot stronger. I want to be I want to be stronger in my faith. So I have him there, believer, living life with a picture of an airplane because I want to travel a lot more as well. But maybe I might not travel this year. I don't know. Just I want to focus, get that bag, and then be able to do a lot more, right? Self-employed full-time. I basically hit that already. I just got to be able to pay for my lifestyle. Self-employed, right? Make a dream a reality. Credit card limit. Definitely want to increase my credit card limits. Get more 0%. But also pay off my bad debt. I made some numbers, and currently, at the time of this recording, I have about 26,000 in bad debt. That is my car and 2 credit cards. I hold a balance of almost 8,000 on one credit card. Another one I hold about 4,000, and then my car I owe like 14,000. So I want to get rid of that bad debt and then be able to invest in more things once I've gotten rid of that, right? So credit card limit, life insurance. That's definitely something else that I really, really want to get because I love the idea of infinite banking. I still am not entirely educated on how that works, but I'm praying to God that He introduces me to someone this year that really explains it to me, is a genuine guy, a great guy or woman, whoever God decides to put into my path. Get educated, and I get a life insurance plan. So not only my money compounds a different source, but I can also get a loan against that later down the road when I want to do other investments. Because as far as I know, I think you can do that. Just not entirely sure. Then Rolex Sky Dweller. That's probably, that watch the way it is, that's probably, I want to say, the first Rolex I've ever actually held and worn. I did that when I was working at Best Buy, and I was checking this guy out like at the cash register, and I just saw his wrist. I realized it was a Rolex. I just didn't know what Rolex. But I just complimented him. I was like, hey, like, that's a really nice watch. And he was like, you want to try it on? I was like, hell yeah, I want to try it on. So he literally took it off his wrist, gave it to me, and I think I still have the picture of it. Put it on my hand. I was like, bro, like, this is sick. And I just love the way it looks. So that's definitely a watch that I want to own as well. Books, Bookworm. I used to be really big into books before, but I haven't recently been reading. So that's definitely something I want to do this year as well. I have a cologne that I want to buy. I've heard really good things about it. I personally just haven't smelled it. So definitely want to smell it first before I purchase because it's an expensive cologne. I think it's like $600 or something. So I don't know. Excuse me, sorry. Diamond hands, because again, we're hodling crypto. Bullish, inner circle friends. That to me, it just represents having really strong and genuine friendships, because I really can't name any real friends that I currently have, fortunately. I really would love God to bless me with a great group of guys or gals that I can count on. I can, hold each other accountable, and just do fun stuff with, that'd be pretty cool. So that's another goal of mine. And then I have a picture of 2 people holding hands, and I put the one and God's timing. I'm a sucker for love. I am looking for the one. uh, Currently single, ladies. If any one of you guys want to hit me up, nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, like I'm looking for a wife. I wouldn't say I'm ready for marriage, but I do want to get married, just not right now. But I definitely love to be able to meet someone, you know, build a friendship first, and if everything goes well, eventually lead to something more serious. Definitely not the type to kind of play around and have fun. Because my intentions, at the end of the day, I want to have a family. I want to have a great wife, great future with each other. So that's really what I'm looking for. So and that's why I put God's timing, because whenever He says it's the right time, it's the right time. So just waiting on Him. And then I got a picture of a Pagani Huayra. I really love that car. That car looks pretty sick. So I'd love to own one of those one day. And then every now and then, I have pictures of different clothing brands and designer brands, just because I also do have pretty expensive taste, and you know I like nice things. Here, picture of a key and a little house, because I plan on getting my own place. Once crypto takes off, I'm buying like 3 houses. I'm just playing. But definitely, I want to have my own place, so that's why I put that there. And then different designer brands. I have like Palm Angels, Christian Louboutin, Gallery Department, Off-White, CDG, Burberry. I think that's it. But yeah, that's kind of my vision board for this year. So that's where I'm at, guys. This is my journey. This is where I've been. This is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm focused on for this new year. And the one quote that I'm living by this year, just to kind of wrap all this up, I heard it on an interview, and I loved it. And this is my perspective this year. What if it turns out better than you could ever imagine? Think about that. Next time you're nervous, next time you're a little anxious about that meeting, about that investment, about that relationship, whatever. What if it turns out better than you could ever imagine? Guys, thanks for tuning in. I know this was a longer one, but I wanted to document everything. I want to do that a lot more, be open and transparent about where I'm at, and I want to keep doing these videos to keep up to date and just kind of be able to look back one day and see how far I've come. So guys, thank you again, and Happy New Year's. Have a successful year. Peace.